Could you hear it last night?
What?
Humming. Went on for hours. Marky thinks it's all in my head.
That's what Clive says about the smell.
What smell?
Alpine mist, it's air freshener. Sometimes it's summer rose, whole waves of it wafting.
Why don't they ever open their curtains?
It could be a cult.
It'd have to be Waco before the neighbourhood watch would do anything.
Where are you going?
I will start by asking them to take in their bins.
I'm here this morning outside the Mill Health Centre. Since Dr. Carter's statement yesterday, many other GPs have come out in support, agreeing that homeopathy has no place in publicly funded healthcare.
Exactly.
Which begs the question, why Leatherbridge Primary Care Trust is funding a pilot homeopathy programme at all.
Here we go.
To use Dr. Carter's words, if it is all mumbo-jumbo, then wouldn't the money be better spent on cancer treatments or the new neonatal ward at St. Phil?
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah, if they're agreeing that Heston's right.
And we come across as some stuffy antediluvian practice that won't consider anything progressive.
Oh, rubbish.
You may as well have gone out there with a fleam and leeches.
That's wonderful. I've just come off the phone to the PCT, and there isn't a hope in hell of them supporting our application for a third surgery now.
Is that what they said?
Not in so many words, no, but they are absolutely furious, naturally, because we've dragged them into an embarrassing debate at the worst possible time. Have you got any idea the resources the PCT have invested in this pilot?
Bravo, Heston. There go the expansion plans.
Hello? Hello?
I'm busy.
Heston, you'll want to hear this.
Dr. Diana Flaxman, soon to be opening a homeopathy clinic in Leatherbridge, says that Dr. Carter is typical of the parochial attitude of the NHS.
I don't get it. Makes complete sense to me.
Yeah. I mean, what would homeopathy do for that bloke yesterday?
Well, exactly.
Sorry, mate, you've smashed a few ribs, you've bruised a few major organs, but here you go, have a rub on this crystal, you'll be fine.
I think you might be mixing up your therapies there, mate.
Hey, give me a good nurse, anytime.
Not for much longer, eh?
What?
Michelle, you know.
Oh, don't worry about that, I'm right in there, mate, she can't get enough of me.
So you reckon it's serious, then?
Well, I've got to settle down sometime, Sergeant.
Does Michelle feel the same way?
I don't know. We haven't talked about it.
Right. Well, you know what women are like. I mean, they like to plan ahead. So if I were you, I'd be totally upfront with her.
Kim! I saw a face at the window. Call the police, quick!
Morning.
Morning. Would you like a drink?
No, thank you.
There's herbal teas, fresh coffee.
Well, I'll just sit here. How long do you think she's going to be?
Sorry?
Dr. Diana. Didn't think she was seeing patients yet, but she's obviously jumped the gun.
Really?
I don't want to be impertinent, but you're obviously not the cleaner.
Do you always judge people by appearances?
Well, not generally, but a clinic like this is going to attract a certain kind of client.
Oh, how horribly exclusive. I thought complementary medicine was available to everyone nowadays.
Patient choice, isn't that the buzzword?
Well, yes.
This is far nicer than a fusty old GP's surgery, don't you think?
Hang on a minute.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Dr. Diana Flaxman.
And you, Dr. Carter, are just as I expected you to be.
I think there's a fire.
Is anybody inside?
Sure.
Police! Whoa, what that? Cannabis. Could be an electrical fire. I'll take a look.
Okay. How you come? Right, let's go.
Celine?
If you can wait here, ladies, I'll take a statement off you in a minute. 7244 to control. I need a fire crew and more units. We found a cannabis factory. One suspect so far.
Fire's in the attic. There's heat lamps everywhere. It must be 100 degrees up there.
Cannabis factory.
Must be at least 1,000 plants. It's a good result, Sarge.
Yeah, it is. Well done for calling us.
You used Mrs. Davies as a mole to make that recording.
The words were all yours. Whether you spoke them privately or not doesn't make you any the less responsible.
So you're admitting it? You engineered the whole media furore.
Don't look so shocked. All new businesses need a marketing ploy, and I'm not cushioned by the NHS like you are.
Well, you won't be now when the PCT hear about this.
The pilot scheme would never have gone through, not in the current climate. The money always goes to the more cost-effective resources.
Oh, you admit it. I mean, you're expensive and inefficient.
Dr. Carter, I never had you down as a number-crunching pedant.
I mean, what if I hadn't obliged? Mrs. Davies could have gone to any of the doctors.
Don't look like a woman who leaves things to chance.
What?
Do you remember that paper you wrote years ago? Fatal Attraction, the Pathology of a Pseudoscience. One of the most passionate attacks on homeopathy I've read. Imagine my surprise when I came here and found you practicing on my doorstep.
Okay. Nearly finished. And that should stop hurting soon. Just need to take a look at this as well. Where did this come from? And who put this on? Can't understand a word I'm saying. Okay, I'm just gonna look at your arms, okay? Must be itchy. Yes. We need to give you some lotion. Doctor. I've already seen a doctor.
He's gone, Sarge. Walked out yesterday after I left here.
Have you got an address?
Yeah, but it's different to the vehicle details.
Okay, will you check them both out, please? Thanks.
This is all your fault. We should have called the police yesterday as soon as we found that boy.
Oh, he didn't know what he was doing.
Oh, Monica, don't be so thick. Of course he did.
We didn't know, and we live right opposite a multi-million-pound drugs factory, and all you cared about was them taking in their bins.
Did you see people going in and out of the house?
We never saw anyone. They had their curtains closed the whole time.
Is this what you call a garden suburb, Kim? If you ask them nicely, they might join the horticultural club.
You see, all the signs were there, the blacked out windows, the disruption to the electricity supply, the heat, and of course the smell.
It's really hilarious. You thinking that the whole world wants to live here. And really, it's just like The Wire.
Monica, what's the matter with you?
Nothing. I'm fine. It's you that's got the problem. Always bossing me about. You're just like Clive. Trampling over my clean floors and leaving your tan marks on my sofa. Even the cat runs away when you bang on the door.
Are you stoned?
Oh, it must be the fumes.
It's like living next door to Cruella de Vil. Oh, I really fancy some chips.
Your whole approach is based on subterfuge and trickery, exploiting the fear and neuroses of worried patients when there's no scientific evidence that homeopathy does the slightest good.
This obsession with science!
When homeopathy was invented, we didn't know about germs. It's like abandoning computers for cave paintings.
What about the hundreds of patients your methods have failed with? Bedwetting, alopecia, IBS...
Placebo effect.
Do you know your trouble? You won't admit we're doing something right. If you could just leave your arrogance at the door, we could work together for the good of the patient.
For the good of the patient? They shouldn't see you at all.
Goodbye. Where are you going?
I'm going to the police station.
Simon.
I'll be as quick as I can.
Relax, we're not that busy.
Everything's gone mad today. There's press everywhere. And Michelle's leaving.
People can be so inconsiderate sometimes. Why don't you sit in a darkened room with a herbal tincture?
So how can you even joke about it?
Look, homeopathy's not that big a deal. Some GPs swear by it before they even try conventional medicine. Really? Yeah, I use it myself. What, for the menopause? Well, frankly, I'll try anything I can lay my hands on. Does Aston know about this? No, he does not. And if he finds out, you are dead.
Excuse me, miss. You can't be going down there. You'd like to follow me this way?
All right.
Thank you.
So, both of the addresses for the guy in the hospital were fake, and the car that he was driving was stolen.
So we can take it that he's not related to Salim.
Yeah, he probably said that to try and find him. I bet that's why the other car drove off. It's a rival gang or a deal gone wrong.
Which is why nobody came forward.
Waste of our time.
Makes you wonder why he came all this way.
Well, as we both know, these rival gangs are taking over the drug trade now. That's what they both know. I mean, half their economy's based on the poppy fields.
Will you go back to the house, see how the cleanup's getting on?
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna pop over to Michelle's as well.
Yeah?
Yeah, I just want to see her after what you talked about. I'll see you later, Sarge.
Okay.
PC Bevan?
Yeah.
Can I just have a word? Quickly. It's about Salim Ashgari. You do know that he's only 16.
Not according to social services.
Yeah, well, that's based on them meeting him once. I spent a lot of time with him yesterday. I don't think he's lying. Now, he mentioned something about having an uncle.
Yes, we're assuming that he was involved too.
So it was probably arranged. Say he was trafficked to come here.
Whoa. What do you know about traffic?
No, not much, but it's pretty obvious, isn't it? I'm sure that Salim had no idea what he was coming here to do.
And how'd you work that out? You speak Afghanese, do you?
It's Farsi, actually, and no, I don't.
Look, he was growing a whole house full of cannabis plants. Floor to ceiling, wall to wall. I've never seen so many plants in one place.
He is a kid in a strange country. What's he supposed to do?
Look, he starts as a gardener, and a few months down the line, he's driving a Beamer and he's selling to kids in the playground.
You have no proof of that at all. He should be treated as a victim here.
He's an adult. He knew damn well what he was doing. Okay, he's going to get done for drug cultivation. He could even get 14 years.
Salim is not a criminal.
Look, no offense, Doctor, but you haven't got a clue.
Thought you won't come in. The phone was off and I just got your text. Come on then. I want to hear everything.
Monica? Can I come in?
What? Did you finish your chips?
What chips?
You must have been out of it.
Oh, I feel a bit weird.
Listen, about Salim.
Oh.
You remember him?
I always get people wrong, don't I?
No. No, you didn't. I've just been round to the house. The electric shock I got from the window. I suppose they weren't done like that to keep people out, but to keep Salim in.
Like in a zoo?
Yeah. And inside, dirty old mattress, and there wasn't even a table or any food.
But they've already arrested him.
I know.
I won't understand what he's talking about.
Oh, I know. Dr. Bond wants me to go to the police to tell them everything he told me.
Well, you can't go on your own. I was the one who found him.
I'm not dragging you in. What you said about me bossing you around...
Well, I didn't mean it.
It's true.
I want to come.
I keep thinking of MASH, to be honest. Hot Lips Houlihan.
That was more than 30 years ago.
Was it?
Yeah, and we've moved on a bit since the Korean War.
It was probably worse. Landmines, phosphorus bombs. I think Michelle's off her head.
I understand it. All or nothing. The attraction of the challenge.
All right, Karen.
Louis.
Hello. Is Michelle around?
Oh, yeah, we were just talking about her.
Dr. Carmichael, that's the lab report that you were after?
All right, okay.
She's gone to lunch with Ruth. Would you like me to take a message?
No. It's all right. I'll see you later. Okay. Thanks.
Hello, can I see PC Bevan, please?
I'll see if he's in.
Actually, don't worry. Wendy, did you know that Salim has been arrested?
Yes.
And because you assessed him as being an adult, he's not getting any support?
This is all down to you washing your hands of him.
We thought he was going to get sent to a children's home, like on the telly.
The bane of my life.
He's not guilty, is he? You must be able to do something.
Look, what you need to appreciate is that there are loads of refugees who abuse the system. Now, they come here pretending to be younger than they are.
Why?
Well, so they can be treated as children. They can get foster families, supported lodgings.
You don't know Salim's abusing the system.
There are child protection issues, okay? If he's wrongly assessed, then he could be sharing accommodation with vulnerable young people.
Or he could be a vulnerable 16-year-old about to go to prison with adult males.
It's very difficult to get right.
If he's been brought over here anyway, then isn't that illegal? Isn't it those people who are the criminals, not him?
It's not as simple as that. It's really hard to prove.
You'll have to talk to him to see he's totally clueless. I mean, he's come here to visit this uncle. He thinks the job's just going to fall right into his lap.
But he's been locked up instead, and he's locked up now. What sort of life is that for a 16-year-old boy?
All right, why don't you two go and grab a coffee? I'll deal with this.
Have you any idea of the resources it takes to look after one of these kids?
Resources? Resources are irrelevant. How can you assess him impartially if you're thinking about the cost?
I know, but we do. It's an impossible situation. I try and explain that it's a conflict of interest. We simply don't have the staff to do it any other way.
How many children have you assessed this week, this month?
That's not what I'm saying. I would never deliberately assess someone unfairly.
So Salim is just one of the unlucky ones?
Is it your medical opinion that he's 16?
Yes. Just as much as he could be 15 or 17 or 18, but until we have any evidence either way, I think we should believe him.
Feels weird. Knowing this is the last time we're going to do this.
Well, I'll be back.
You're going to be a different person. All that training. The army!
I just feel like this is my chance. That if I don't take it now, I'll stay at the mill and things will just carry on the same forever.
That's not so bad.
No, I know, but I've never really pushed myself. You know, I only came to the mill because Julia asked, and I just want to see what else I can do.
I wish I had your guts.
Ruth, you have. All the stuff you've been through, it's a lot harder than any of this.
I doubt even a mental ward's as bad as Elmond.
No, but that was your battle. You had to fight it on your own.
Shut up.
No, I mean it. Look, you went through all that and you didn't tell anyone. Like, none of us lifted a finger to help you.
It wasn't your fault.
Yeah, and then afterwards, when I was being a total bitch, you came back to work and you turned it around, so don't you ever say you're not brave too.
Okay. You. Monica, that guy over there, he's wearing Clive's hoodie.
Oh, I think I've seen him before.
What?
Going into the house.
He never said.
He usually turns up at about midnight when I get the cat in.
Okay, Monica, go get the police. Oi! Wait here! Where did you get that hoodie?
Yeah. I'm arresting you on suspicion of cultivating an illegal substance. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention, when questioned, something that you may later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Take him to the car.
Drug dealing, slave driving scum. You're keeping that boy like an animal. How would you like it?
You're going to let Salim go now?
It's up to the CPS to decide on the charges.
Well, you've got the right guy, the Mr. Big.
You won't let Salim spend another night in the cell?
Well, we can't let him out on bail until he's got somewhere to go. So, thanks you.
What?
Coco!
You know each other then?
Never seen him before.
Julie, this is Amrit Janda, arrested on suspicion of cultivating an illegal substance.
Excuse me, officer. Can I have a word about Salim Asghari?
Oh, not another one.
I've looked at his case again. We're going to accept his stated age until we're in a position to make further inquiries.
Okay, so now you're saying he is a minor?
Yes. So I'll be acting as his appropriate adult. So if you could hold fire on his interview until I can get a child welfare brief.
PC Lucas, if you could deal with this, please.
Ruth? What are you doing?
You'll be fine.
What if I'm useless? What if I don't pass the fitness? What if I don't make it through the first week?
You will.
I'm really scared.
Oh, come on, come here.
I'll be all on my own. No you, no Jimmy. I don't even miss Charlie.
Listen to me. You're going to meet lots of new friends there. You're all going to be going through the same thing together.
I'll miss you, though.
And I'll miss you. Come on, come on. How did Louis take it? Michelle, you have told him.
I just haven't found the right time.
Oh, honestly, you. First your mum, now Louis. For a big, brave soldier, you're a right chicken.
He was picked up by Janda at the services, straight off the back of a lorry. They were on the way to the cannabis factory when they had their RTA.
So he was trafficked then. Dr. Bond was right.
Well, he came here because he wanted to.
Why do they put themselves through it? I just don't understand. Why are our troops even over there, you know, after their kids are leaving?
I think you better be getting off.
All right, mate. Well, it's days like this that remind you a DVD and a pizza have never looked so good. See you, Rob.
Bye.
Hey. How was your lunch?
Yeah.
I went over to the mill. Karen said that you were with Ruth.
I just wanted to catch up with her. So.
You were talking about me, were you?
No.
You're such a bad liar.
Look, Louis.
Yeah.
Something I have to tell you.
Me too. I have been thinking about you all day.
I'm really sorry.
Hiya. We're not stopping. Just got Salim some more clothes.
That's really kind.
It's just a few bits. He's got to have something. Can't have the local kids thinking he looks like a beggar. Right, there. So if the trainers are the wrong size, I can change them.
Thank you. Sabir. For you.
What? No, that's your Quran. I can't take that.
You help me, I give you.
مواظب خودت باش. بگو اگر میخوای ترجمه کنم.
میکنم. کار میکنم.
What did you say?
Nothing. Right. Let's go. Step up your handbag. It's ghetto land around here. You better find a cab that doesn't stink of curry.
Dr. Carter, can you comment on reports that the homeopathy pilot is now in jeopardy?
Excuse me?
Your opposition has got the PCT running scared. Are you proud of that, Dr. Carter? Are you happy about creating a monopoly on healthcare and giving patients no real choice at all?
Don't be ridiculous. It's the patients I'm trying to protect.
Heston.
No, Julia, I have to tell them the truth.
Dr. Carter's busy. Now, please get back, all of you.
Dr.
In,
Carter.
Heston, now. In. Look, back, please, away from the door.
If I can't speak to the press, I'm phoning the Medical Defence Union.
We've been through all this.
This woman is a monster. Where is this number?
Just drop it, Heston.
I have to do something. I can't just sit around all day while she turns me into a laughing stock.
No one's laughing, believe me.
She targeted me. She knew just which buttons to press, the scheming Machiavellian witch.
Don't take it so personally.
Oh, she's destroying my professional reputation, and I'm the one who has to scrape and grovel.
Just a political game.
Oh, it's ludicrous. PCT, one whiff of scandal and they just close ranks.
All right, calm down.
I mean, you're all being spineless and pathetic. You should be protecting me.
I am. That's what I'm trying to do.
Well, it's too late now. She thinks she's won.
Heston? Heston! You okay? Heston! Daniel! Daniel! Heston, speak to me. Say
Heston?
something. What's happening?
It's his heart calling moment.
Heston?
Get away from my door!
Any pain?
Only when I breathe.
We'll try not to then.
It'll take more than a copper to shift me!
Walk away, Dad.
I can't.
Rivalry, revenge, and arson. It's all going on in Murder